Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and we're here with Lanz Correia. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. So as an agent, there's a lot of agents. They all do different things. What is your kind of niche value add for people?
Well, I think I look at things differently than most. You got a lot of people relying on Zillow and Redfin, and I like to use an example where I have a property that I've represented the buyer on, and now it has a new value because they rezoned. One of them, Zillow, I think shows it at 1.2, and Redfin shows it at 2.2. So I use that often as an example for new clients to say, hey, what do you think this property is worth? Because if you're on the wrong side of that equation, that could cost you $1 million.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of key things that go into what makes a property worth what it's worth. You know, I always tell people the really property's worth what someone's willing to pay for it, and that value to that person might be different from the next. So how do you decipher what brings value to a property to a client? How do you convey that?
Well, there's a lot of different areas within San Diego and a lot of different zonings that people just aren't aware of. There's a lot of opportunities on height and density where they're looking at a house and, oh, that's expensive on a square foot basis for that house. Meanwhile, that the dirt the house is on is worth 3 times what that house is. So not all homes are the same. So I do work with a lot of investors. I also work with a lot of home buyers. So I like to show the home buyers, hey, this might not be exactly what you're looking for, but if you're only here for 2 years, you can live in this house, and all of a sudden you can put 10 units behind your home, and it's a great investment property where you might not have that option if you just bought a traditional home.
I like that because not a lot of agents are willing to go out there and understand the zoning laws and the zoning ordinances and how to, like you said, rezone a property. Those are things that people...
You don't even have to rezone it. I've done several transactions recently where I bought a house knowing that there's multiple lots underneath it, and we just built new homes on them. And, you know, like everybody's like, how were you able to do that? Well, you didn't even have to do anything. It was already there, just no one knew it.
Yeah, and just having that experience, understanding, and background, I mean, that really right there, just how you kind of have that value add. And if it was me looking to buy a property, I'd be like, hey, Lance, tell me if this property's a good buy or not.
Well, a lot of people don't even think about it or put it in part of the equation. So I think, showing people, hey, look, maybe you think outside the box a little bit. Let me show you a property that I like that you might have not initially looked at. You buy it now, and then all of a sudden your exit strategy is completely different than it would be with just a traditional home.
I like it. I think I have a client for you that's looking for something like
All
that.
Right, cool.
Well, you're awesome. I think that's a really cool strategy. It's different. I don't hear a lot of agents talking about it. So, I mean, if someone's looking to do something like that and be creative with their purchase, they definitely should reach out to you.
Yeah, please do. My best number is 619-564-6355.
All right, Lance. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys.